we talk about the next rule that is provide feedbacks to user นะครับ you have to display messages at logical place on the screen นะครับ so that means if you say that okay you decide to have the top right corner or the middle right part of the screen to show the error นะครับ or to show the feedback to the users so that means the middle นะครับ right part of the screen should always be the place where you show the message for the users on the screen นะครับ after that you should alert users นะครับ to the lengthy processing times or delays normally นะครับ we put it on the bottom left corner of the screen นะครับ bottom left corner of the screen to tell the processing times or delay if the system is ready you show the word ready นะครับ or online something like that so that the users know that the system is connecting นะครับ with the user's computer but if it's not ready you may say that calculating or processing นะครับ this may take a few minutes something like that or somebody may say that okay I pop up at the center of the screen that okay blinking text and say that okay processing this may take several minutes something like that to let the users know what the system is doing right now for the lengthy processing times or delays นะครับ next allow messages to remain on the screen long enough for users to read them okay for example let's think about a movie นะครับ or a series นะครับ on your TV for the end credits sometimes it's too quick you can't see who just like did this part something like that for example if we are talking about like some big movies like if we are talking about what to say what is the name of the movie I can't remember class can you help me my memory is bad right now there's a movie with like many parts and they have like a character named Thanos what is that movie can somebody help me Thanos Avenger thank you นะครับ I forget the name absolutely forget thank you ครับคริสติน yeah the Avengers right okay so in the Avengers นะครับ I remember that some of the people said that there is a Thai guy a Thai designer that they do the CG okay in this movie as well I try to watch on I remember that when I watch in the cinema I couldn't read because it's too quick นะครับ because there are so many people this one if it is the end credit of the movies that's okay because they have like let's say they have DVDs okay or they have just like the movies on online as well that you can just like see the end credit later but in terms of the information systems นะครับ you should have the message to be on screen นะครับ not always not all the time นะครับ but it should be long enough for like regular people can read this might be one problem because some of the programmers or some of the developer we think that we are quick reader then you just like pop up a message for just like half of a second or 1 second only and then if it's too long users cannot read it you have to know that okay different users have different capability to read the text some of them like for me I'm not the quick reader I have to spend some time when I read I have to think as well what happened to me what happened to this system นะครับ so you have to allow message to remain on the screen long enough for users to read them Napat asked me that but wasn't the point of end credit to be a secret I don't think so นะครับ I think they want to show but I mean like I don't know whether it's about the law, the federation law in US or not นะครับ to show everyone who have the credits in the end credit. But actually, if you just like watch on the DVD, you can just pause it and you see who is in at is shown in the end credit นะครับ not to be a secret ครับ it is not a secret at all. If it is a team, they just show the company. But if it is an individual person, okay, you should be able to see it because there's no secret at all if they show the name on the screen นะครับ okay. So let the user know whether the task or operation was successful or not นะครับ so you should let them see, you should let the users know that what's going on with their data that they input นะครับ if there is something wrong, tell them. If it's successful, tell them too. How to tell them? Sometimes you show the users with a message. Sometimes you show the user with color. Sometimes you show the user with the next screen นะครับ for example, if the users enter some values and click purchase, let's say, you choose pop up another screen to show the users that, okay, what is the next step that users have to do, or showing a next screen and show the users that, okay, your purchasing order is successfully received, something like that นะครับ so this is the way that you provide the feedback to the users. Or you may have like some light or some sounds to let the users know that, okay, this one is successfully done นะครับ but you have to know that in the office นะครับ if you have to design the information system for a company, one way that you should avoid for having to be the feedback is the sound. The reason is because in the office normally not many computers turn on the speakers นะครับ because it annoys other people. But if you say that, okay, what should we do? Because we would like to have a standard system in order to help the disabled people as well. If they just like have the problem with just like what to say, the visual impair, they should see like what happened to our response or our feedback. Then my suggestion is that you design to have a sound feedback too, but you must have a menu to turn on or turn off the sound นะครับ and also when you conduct the training, you should just let them know that, okay, where is the position that they can set up the sound feedback to be on or off, and the default one, set it as off first, and if they want to turn on, let them do it later by themselves นะครับ it's better than you leave the default one to be the feedback with sound, and if they don't turn off their speakers, it annoys other people while they are working. Or in some working environments like in 7-Eleven, I'm sure that even you have the sound feedback for the cashier, they may not hear it because there are just like the atmosphere around there, they're so noisy นะครับ so in that case, you may just like let the notification, the sound notification to be off first. But if they want to be they want to turn it on, they have to do it by themselves นะครับ the next one นะครับ create an attractive layout and design นะครับ so for create attractive layout and design, apart from the aesthetic นะครับ or the beauty of the screen that you design นะครับ the next thing that you have to think about is the color นะครับ is the color. You can see that if I design the screen นะครับ to be like this, just have a look. I said that, okay, I want my screen design, hang on, to be like this. My insert. And I show this one to you. you can see that the screen like this is annoying. Okay, so for the attractive layout and design, this is not the appropriate colors. The highlight colors here for the full screen does not work because it hurts other people's eye, including your users as well. And some of the people say that, hey, can we design as this fluorescent green and then blinking? No, don't do that. If you want to highlight just like some area of the screen on the screen only, and it should be the highlighting here shouldn't be the highlight color like this. Okay, so the next thing, okay, let me just like clear out this one first. I'm sure that it hurts your eyes. Just won't be long. Okay. Now let's come back. Okay. The next one, use spatial effects sparingly. I remember that when I studied for the HCI class long time ago, the instructor asked us, the whole class to design, the work individually. One of my friends, she designed the traveling website, the traveling website. Every time when the users press any button, it shows the sound, something like that, bouncing sound, something like that. And when the users just click on any buttons, it shows, it just like play the sounds all the time. This one, spatial effect is okay, but to use it too much. So spatial effects can be used, but use it sparingly. The next one, otherwise, if you don't use it sparingly, it will become annoying. The next one, use hyperlinks that allow users to jump to related topics. Sometimes, if the users just like enter the value wrongly and they want to go back to the home page, you should just like have a button for them to clear out and then jump back to the home page straight away. Or you can provide a hyperlink for them to see, for example, if they want to see the stock of the products before they just place the order to the customer, you may just like provide a button next to the number of orders to just like go to see the stock, or on some banks, internet banking website, before you transfer the money to other people, you can check your balance first, by just clicking a button. It just show a balance on another line, so that you know you have enough balance in order to transfer the money to another people or not. Because in the past, when they didn't provide this button, what happened was many customers, they transfer the money before they check for their account balance. And once they just like, let's say, if I want to transfer 100,000 bahts, but I have just like 1,000 bahts only, I don't know until I click transfer. I had to enter another person's bank account, and also the date, the time that I have to transfer, the notes that I want to send it through the mobile phone of another person, and the amount of money. So I entered so many information already, and when I click transfer, it said that insufficient amount. Then I have to, and the screen was clearing out. I had to go back to the balance checking screen, check the balance before I come back, and then re-enter everything. That wastes a lot of time. But right now, before I enter all the information, I can check the balance before. So if I know that I have just 1,000 baht, I can't transfer 100,000 baht here from this account for sure, then I'll not do it. Something like that. So that is the hyperlink that allow users to jump to their related topics, and group related objects and information together, so that the users can just like enter everything systematically and then increase their productivity. After that, when we talk about terms and images, นะครับ as I told you earlier you should use the familiar terms and images to the users นะครับ remember that users are accustomed to a pattern of red means stop yellow means caution and green means go นะครับ like this one we use the color to help นะครับ provide a keystroke alternative for each menu command นะครับ so for example if it said save นะครับ for save you may provide a button like S นะครับ to save นะครับ for the users because sometimes if users have to do something repeatedly all the time for example in Canvas for myself and I have to just like check on the users and I want to go to the next user I have to press with a keystroke J it jumps to the next student immediately something like that and I also see the message that they show on the screen too that okay they tell me that okay what keystroke is for what command J means go to the next student H means go to the previous student space bar means close from this screen something like that okay these are like the keystrokes the next one use familiar commands if possible นะครับ and the last one นะครับ provide a window look and feel in your interface design if users are familiar with Windows-based application so you have to check first นะครับ that okay majority what platform that your users are using นะครับ if we say that okay most of our users they use iPad then you use the look and feel of the iPad apps นะครับ to design นะครับ on your interface design but if you say that okay most of the users use Windows นะครับ while you are using Mac try to learn นะครับ what is the look and feel in the Windows so that when you design the users will be able to see all the functions and buttons and menus easily นะครับ try to just like match with that Windows look and feel นะครับ if your users are familiar with Windows based application นะครับ next when we talk about the control features นะครับ what are control features that you may add into your screen นะครับ these are control features นะครับ possible control features that you may use menu bar นะครับ you just like have the menu bar for the users because when they click they can choose like from those menus and if they while they are not using it the menu is collapsed to see just like the menu name only for example home file view review something like that okay the next one is toolbar okay similar to the menu bar นะครับ similar to the menu bar the toolbar here might be on the top or on the left hand side นะครับ depends on your design command and button นะครับ in this one command and button you can see that they have like buttons นะครับ that users can use นะครับ dialog box นะครับ to show and pop up นะครับ to show and pop up what happened for example in here the dialog box once user just like enter something and or click on something you show a dialog box to the users or you may pop up the dialog box in the middle of the screen นะครับ text box so that users can enter the data and toggle button that users can use like full time or part time yes or no something like that or checkbox that users may use นะครับ these are like the control features that users may be able to use นะครับ okay the next thing นะครับ list box นะครับ list box or you may just like prepare a list box and scroll bar so that users can choose นะครับ and drop down list นะครับ and drop down list that users can choose นะครับ from the list once they click on the drop down button นะครับ option buttons or radio button นะครับ that users can choose one out of the group นะครับ one choice out of the group checkbox นะครับ that users can choose or can or do not choose นะครับ as many as boxes as they want นะครับ calendar นะครับ instead of letting users to enter the date manually นะครับ like this one that you have to set up the mask and different countries of users may use like different format นะครับ For example, in Thailand, we start from date first, followed by month and year, while Japan, they start from month first, followed by date, and then followed by year. So that means today is the 6th, let's say, sorry, today is the 5th of November. In Thailand, we type 05/11/2020, while in Japan, they start from 11/05/2020. That means different things นะครับ Okay, and you may have the switchboard for the users as well นะครับ depends on your design. Just hang on. Oh, Japan start from year first. Oh, okay ครับ thank you ครับพรกมล said that okay Japan start from year first 2020/11/05 right okay ครับ okay so let's you have to check นะครับ this one ครับ for the format of the date what should we do นะครับ when we design the things that you should do is that your date นะครับ field should be customizable if you don't design as a calendar control นะครับ if you want the customer to choose by themselves you should let the date box นะครับ to be customizable you should have a menu to set the date that okay use the date according to this the defaults of the system or you would like to set the date to start with like year/month/day or day/month/year or day/month or month/day something like that นะครับ it should be customizable too นะครับ after that when we talk about this user interface already นะครับ the next thing that we have to know is about the user design นะครับ is about the user design before you design the output นะครับ you have to ask yourself with these questions นะครับ as an example the first one what is the purpose of this output นะครับ who do you have to serve this output for นะครับ who wants this information why is it needed and how will it be used นะครับ what specific information will be included will the output be printed viewed on screen or both what type of device will the output go to นะครับ so let me give you the example นะครับ let me give you the example let me find first I just want you to see some example of the output okay let's see these are two examples of the output okay so this one okay I want you to see on my camera นะครับ okay just see this one first here this one is the receipt I bought the medicine for my mom do you see any information here in this receipt how long sorry not how long when do you think that this receipt was printed can you guess when was this receipt printed can some of you just guess when was it printed yeah it's blurry I know you can't read you can't imagine can't see the text me neither even me I can't see it I bought the medicine 2 months ago So that means this receipt was printed 2 months ago. Why so blurry? Not blurry, it's faded. You almost can't see anything. This is the intention. Looks like it is in the clothes pocket after a wash. No ครับอธิวัตร This was in my wallet. And it never touched with the humidity at all. I put it on the table a couple of weeks ago. Because this one, okay, it was printed from the heated paper print. Okay, I'll talk about this device later on. Compare with this. This is the receipt as well. The time that they print, this one, let me see for when. Couple of months as well. And it's in the wallet too. I just take it out now. You can see it, right? So these are the intention. It doesn't mean this one is cheaper. The price for printing these two documents are not much different. But the intention of this one, the white one here, this one is just a receipt. I don't use it for any legal purposes. But this one, okay, I can use it for other purposes, for the legal, as a legal evidence. So it means that, okay, what's about this? The intention of this one, if you really want the real receipt that look like this, you have to ask from the cashier so that they can print the formal one for you. Otherwise, they give you like this. Okay. Same as 7-Eleven. You can see that normally you buy just like some grocery stuff, milk, some snacks, some what to say, food like salapao or dumpling, just that. You don't use a receipt for other purposes. But if you really want to have the proper receipt like this, you have to ask them and they will have to prepare for you. That means, for example, if you have to just like buy some snacks for, let's say, for the meeting break, something like that, and you have to use the money of the company, that means for example, if you go to 7-Eleven and you pay 2,000 baht, then you have to claim your company back. So in that case, you have to tell the cashier of 7-Eleven that you want the proper receipt, and then they will have to print it for you, and then you get the receipt like this. And it takes some time to print, to prepare and print. That means they have to request for your address, for other information as well. And then that receipt lasts like many years, because it's print properly. So that's why you have to know that. Okay, is that receipt or is that document needed to be used for a long time, like a legal document or not? If yes, okay, you have to choose one type of printer. Otherwise, you may have to use another type of printer. For example, in 7-Eleven, or if you go to the petrol station, they also print you as just like the regular heated printer as well, like the same as we get from 7-Eleven. But if you say that, oh, I have to claim for the money from the company, then you have to tell the cashier of the petrol station as well to issue you the proper receipt. But the proper receipt in terms of the petrol station, they write on the receipt dockets instead of printing it out. So that's why you have to know the specific information, the purpose of the output, and also the mode of printing, or the mode of output to be printed, to be viewed on screen, or both. And you can see that right now, some of the documents For example, the receipt, like the mobile phone usage receipt, they don't print for you anymore นะครับ after they bill when they bill you they bill through email, and once they send you the receipt they send it through email as well, so it will be on screen only, not printing anymore นะครับ except you request that you need to have the paper based document นะครับ they will print and send the postal mail to you นะครับ so what type of device will the output go to? On screen, or on mobile phone, or on the printer? And what type of printer do you use? Is that inkjet? Is that laser printer? Or is it heated paper printing printer? นะครับ so apart from that one นะครับ we talk about the next thing that when will the information can be provided? How often must it be updated นะครับ so that you know, like if it is printing นะครับ normally if you want to update that means you have to print it again นะครับ so whether you still want to print or whether you would like to just like display it on the screen instead นะครับ it depends on like what or the frequency of the data to be updated. Do security and confidentiality issues exists? For example, if we are talking about like some documents or some output like your password นะครับ like your password, the password, if the bank give the password to you นะครับ, in the past they gave you just like, for example, if you have a credit card and the bank would like to send you the password นะครับ, they send you in an envelope. That envelope just like put some patterns that other people cannot see from the sunlight. The only way to see the password inside is to tear that envelope first and see the content of the password inside. So that means you have to use special kind of paper as well, so that it can be secured. Because if you receive that envelope and if someone tear that envelope off, you know immediately that, okay, someone steal your password already. You have to cancel that password and let the bank นะครับ or the credit card issuer to issue the new password for you นะครับ Your answers will affect your output design strategies นะครับ okay, so these are just like the things that you have to know when we have to do the design, the output design นะครับ so today we talk about the guidelines for the user interface นะครับ and some part of the output design already นะครับ. On the next class I'll finish talking about these output designs that we have to do นะครับ before we move on to the on the next class. I guess I can just like ask you to do the new assignments and then the new case study นะครับ okay, so up to this point do you have any question ครับ okay, so if you don't have any question นะครับ class, two things to tell you นะครับ on next week นะครับ on next week I think around like Friday Saturday นะครับ there will be open house. I may ask you for help again. If you are my advisee, you remember that, okay, long time ago I asked you to help once นะครับ but that was not the open house. That was something about like interviewing นะครับ but I think maybe อาจารย์คณัฐ or อาจารย์บุญญนิต told you already about this นะครับ for more information I'll tell you once again if you can help นะครับ it would be like very grateful and very thankful indeed นะครับ I'll tell you more information on our line group นะครับ I'll send it on I think because it's not related to the class, but I mean I can send you through line group and also my advisees line group as well นะครับ okay, please help นะครับ if you have time, if you are in the campus, okay, just like please go to help us นะครับ okay, then before we finish the class นะครับ everyone can you please turn on your camera ครับ so that I can capture the screen นะครับพรกมลคืออ๋อโอเค I see you already James Dasfi and ปริวัติครับ please turn on your camera นะครับ Bye please turn on the camera โอเค Dasfi and ปริวัติครับ please turn on your camera ครับโอเค then okay so okay then everyone you have a nice day นะครับ and then we see each other again on next Tuesday okay right take care นะครับ everyone and stay safe okay bye bye now ครับ everyone you have a nice day okay bye no problem I just like understand okay bye bye take care everyone that's fear no problem